This doesn't do anything. You like to go on walk. You like to walk. Some parking, everything outside. So when it's the outside, does it really park it? Sorry. Even Bailey's dog makes her feel. Oh my God, no. That's just wrong. You need to get a small dog. Feel like that, right? Benson, get the door, please. Hey guys, we had to do 2 through 18 even. Get those out. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time. But we need to look at a couple if you have issues. You have issues, I know. Oh yeah. So if the Grim Reaper comes knocking at your door looking for a job, don't let him see your shoes. Because he'll steal your souls. No. You take care, Mr. Westfall.
But if you want to see like a lot like my old shoes, like in our house we have like a bunch of old shoes.
What would happen if you stole a pair of your old soles and they had like holes in them? You get mad. Mad. All right.
Can 30 be simplified?
Whoa. Slow it down, sister. Slow it down. Okay, don't set those, guys. 3 radical 6 times 3 radical 6. Remember, guys, what's square root of 6 times square root of 6? It's 6, right? It's square root of 36, but it's just 6. Save yourself a step. So, guys, in this one right here, it's 3 times 3. Well, square root of 6 times square root of 6 is just 6. 3 times 3 is what? 9. 9 times 6 is 54. That's our answer for 2. What's this? Square root of 60? And what's that break down to? 2 and what? 2 and 30? This is 2 and 15. This is 3 and 5. Well, there's your pair of 2s that come out. So, and 3 and 5 stay in. So 4 radical 15. 4 square root of 15. Huh? It'd be 2. Sorry, Logan. Back at the head down, brother. Okay. How about 6? Look at 6. Is there any issues with 6? What the heck was that?
How are your goats quitting?
You know, isn't it weird? I'm just going to throw this out there, and you guys tell me how you feel. Matt has goats. We've talked about this all year. And then the guy sitting next to him gets goats. Is that a coincidence?
No.
Or weird?
I had a goat.
Weird.
I say weird.
My dad wanted to get goats so he didn't have to mow the lawn.
So what?
So he didn't have to mow the lawn.
You all want to eat it. Look like crap.
And there would be crap everywhere.
All right, how we doing on 8? Does anybody need to see 8 worked out? Guys, we're having a quiz on this stuff Thursday. We'll have a review sheet tomorrow, work on that. Wednesdays, we'll have like a half hour. It's a short day. Thursday's a quiz. Do you guys need to see 8 worked out? We do?
Yeah. Sure. What's the biggest common factor?
Well, let's multiply first, right? What's 8 times 12?
Radical 96.
Okay, radical 96 minus what? Square root of 16? That comes down to what then? Minus 4?
4, yeah.
Okay, that's a perfect square. Okay, 96. What do we got?
Or 2 and 48.
2 and 48. Keep going. 2 and 24. Whoops. 2 and 24. So we got that. 2 and 12. 2 and 6. 2 and 3.
Whoa.
So how many pairs? 1, 2. So it'd be 4. 2 times 2 is 4 times 6. So it's 4 radical 6. I think that's your answer, right? Now, does it matter the order? No, you can have negative 4 plus 4 square root of 6, or that right there. Any questions on 10? Any questions on 10? Why don't we do a let's do 12. Okay, it's a FOIL one, right? What's 4 times 2? Everybody should be talking to me. Okay, what's 4 times radical or negative square root of 3? Guys, just put it together, right? It'd be minus 4 square root of 3. What's this one? Plus 2 square root of 3. And then, guys, what's radical 3 times negative radical 3? Negative 3, right? It'd be negative square root of 9, which is negative 3. Whoops, I wrote. It's just minus 3. Minus 3. Okay. Guys, what's 8 minus 3? 5. And these are common terms in the middle. What's negative 4 radical 3 plus 2 radical 3? Negative 2 square root of 3. And that's our answer. Let's do 18. And then see what you guys think. Okay, what's 7 times 7?
Where did I?
Okay, 7 times negative square root of 3 would be minus 7 square root of 3. And then we got 7 plus 7 radical 3. And then what's square root of 3 times negative square root of 3? We just did it. It's negative 3, right? Yep. Same question. Guys, don't these cancel right here? They cancel out. Okay, they cancel each other out. And then we're just left with 49 minus 3, which is what?
46.
And that's your answer. Okay, that's multiplying. I think tonight, guys, we have this. We have this down here for homework. And that's what we're going to do today's divide. What?
I was just going to say, like, wouldn't just the 7s cancel out
Where?
for 18?
What 7s? No, because they're not 7s. It's the whole thing. It's negative 7 square root of 3 and plus 7 square root of 3. They're attached. You can't, they're attached. They're one thing. That's a good question, though. But no, they go together. All right. I'll pass the answer sheet over to Matt. All right. Before we start, does everybody agree? Doesn't that equal 1?
Yes.
Anything over itself is 1. Does everybody agree with that? Even this funky looking thing. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Anything over itself equals 1. Now, guys, when I multiply anything by 1, does it change the value? No. Depending on what even though these both equal 1, depending on what we multiply that fraction by, it's going to change its look, so it's not going to change its value. Okay? And that's what we're going to do today. Okay? Now, with that said, let's say I had this problem right here. Okay. Just look at this a second. Okay, basically our rule is, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Basically our rule today, guys, is we cannot have a square root in the denominator. Okay, we got to get rid of it. Okay? I just showed you what we're going to be doing. What do you think I can multiply this fraction by to get rid of that square root of 3 in the bottom? Based on what I showed you. Yeah? So how would I write it, Mary? You're right. I'm going to multiply what? Isn't this 1? And look, guys, look what happens. What's square root of 3 times square root of 3? 3. Don't write square root of 9. Skip that step. Remember we talked about this last week? Any radical times itself is whatever's underneath the radical. You could write square root of 9, but you don't have to. And then this would be what up top? Do you guys agree?
Yep.
Now, here's what we always got to be careful. We got to make sure this is simplified. Is there a perfect square that goes into 6? No. This would be my answer then. Okay? I can't reduce the fraction outside, nothing in the radical. So that's what we got to check today. All right, that's what we're doing today. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Here's the steps. It tells you right there. Okay, reduce the fractions, simplify the radicals. Rationalize means do not have you might want to write that next to that, rationalize step 3. That means do not have a square root in the denominator. That's what rationalize means. Okay. So let's look at this. The first step says what? Guys, can I reduce 11 over 3? Can I reduce that? No. What's the next thing say? Okay. Do any of these radicals simplify? No. Okay. Now how do I rationalize this? I need to get rid of that square root in the denominator. Okay, so what form? I need to multiply by what? Square root of 3, right? So it's going to be what we talked about. I don't know why it just happens to be the same ones we've been working with. But that's what we're going to multiply it by. Square root of 3 over square root of 3 is 1. We're not changing the value. We're tricking it. We're getting rid of the radical in the denominator. What's square root of 3 times square root of 3, guys?
3.
Beautiful, right? That's why we did it. Now, what's this simplify to? Square root of. Now, here's what we got to do, guys. We got to make sure square root of 33 is in its simplest form. Okay? Well, let's check it out. What goes into 33?
2 and 11. Or 3 and 11.
Just 3 and 11, aren't those both prime?
Yeah.
So square root of 33, is it simplified? No. That's my answer. That's my answer. Okay? Stop picking your nails. Makana, can I reduce 13 over 5? Okay, what's wrong with this fraction? It has a what where? in the,
Denominator.
how do I get rid of it?
Divided by itself.
You said it wrong.
Divided by radical 5.
Not divided.
Simplify it.
I want to rationalize it. How do I get rid of the radical 5?
Divide it.
Now,
You
what did we do to the other one next to it?
divided it.
No, we did not.
No, that's why
We
it's-
multiplied it.
Oh.
We multiplied it by square root of 3 over square root of 3.
Then why is there a division?
Because that's what the fraction I multiplied it by. I multiplied it. Guys, don't laugh. I multiplied it by 1. That's 1, right? When I multiply on the top, I have to multiply on the bottom, so it's 1. And when I multiply anything by 1, it doesn't change its value. But now I multiply. I'm not dividing anything here. What's
5.
It is 5. Okay. What about the top? 65?
Radical.
Square root of 65, right? Does that simplify? How many say no, it doesn't? How many don't care and want to make a short joke about Bailey?
My hands on the corner.
Her hands what?
Just the hand. Just the hand.
Just the hand, just this part.
Is taller than her?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. Okay, guys, square root of 65, I don't think it does. I think it does not simplify. Now, but we still, you got to check. Okay, on your quiz tomorrow, homework, we need to check this. What is it? 5 times what? 13? Okay, both those are prime numbers. And 5 and 13 are not, we can't simplify it, so it doesn't simplify. But just check, guys. Just check. C.
What?
Okay. Does 13m over 20 reduce? Does 13 and 20 reduce? No. What's step 2 say at the top? Okay. Now, we want to simplify. Does 13m simplify? Does 20, square root of 20 simplify?
Yes.
We want to simplify so we're not multiplying with such big numbers. Okay? What is square root of 20? What do I got? What's this? 2 times 2?
Yep.
So there's my pair. So what does it simplify to? Okay, 2 comes out, right?
Yep.
2 what? Okay, now, are we done? No, I still have a what where? I have a radical in the denominator, right? What do I multiply by here, Alexis? Gamer would know. Does Gamer like hard-boiled eggs? No? You haven't fed him? Oh man, Wheezy eats a hard-boiled egg every morning. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. It would be. Okay, the 2 has nothing to do with what we're getting rid of the radical 5. Good job. So I want to multiply square root of 5 times square. Now, you see why we simplified this radical? Instead of multiplying by radical 20, now it's just radical 5. Okay? Now, what's 13 times 5? 65 what? Don't forget that M. Whoa. What the? Now, what about the bottom? You think you know, Bailey? Stand up. Stand up and count. No.
Just move over the 2 and then multiply that by 5.
Oh. Radical 5 times radical 5. Nice job, Bailey. Is 5. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
And then don't forget, we have 2 times that. So 2 times 5 is what? Nice job. Did we rationalize the fraction? Yes, we got rid of the denominator the square root in the denominator. Okay, nice job. Now, We already know 65 doesn't reduce. Square root of 65 doesn't reduce. So is that my final answer? Yes. That's my final answer. Oh, there's another one on this page or not? Oh, there she is. There she is. Why don't you guys try to simplify that denominator? It does simplify. TCA. You want to start with Nick?
I was trying to figure out what you said.
TCA. Sure.
OTC.
It doesn't. There's no L.
It's 10 block.
Tennis Club Academy. Tennis Club Academy.
Hey, you're supposed to be working. Hey. Guys, it's May 2nd. That means
18 days.
This is a big week.
18 days.
Is
Star Wars Day. Got Cinco de Mayo.
Star Wars Day.
What's that?
you guys know Star Wars, right? May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Did you get that? No, you. Okay, how's it to start? Explain it to me.
I don't know. That's weird.
You said you get it, so tell me.
It's just, I get it.
Why?
That's
Why is it
what
Star
they say
Wars?
in Star Wars.
What do they say?
And Force Ghost.
Okay, you got it.
I know.
Shh.
I have to answer. Ooh, can I do it?
How many want Makana? Give me the answer. Nobody does. No, Makana, go ahead. What do you got?
Okay. So 12 simplifies. Okay, 6 times 2.
Oh, okay.
And then 6 is 3 times 2.
Okay.
And then it would be radical 7a over 2.
Wait a minute. What did I do wrong? 2 times 6. 2 times 3. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then it would be radical 7a divided by 2.
2 what?
2 radical 3.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. Okay, now, all we did is made it a little smaller number we're going to rationalize with. Does that make sense? Now, we always want to check, does 7 and 3 reduce? No, there's nothing outside of top. Okay, so now I'm ready to rationalize. So what am I going to multiply by here, guys?
Radical 3.
Over.
Radical 3.
You guys are radical right now. Okay, nice job, guys. You guys are catching on to this really well. Okay, now, remember we can multiply anything underneath the radicals up top. That'd be square root of 21a. Everybody with me? What's the bottom simplified to? 6. 6. Set the alpha 6. Star Wars 2, Wrath of Khan.
Star Trek?
Yes.
What?
Star Trek.
Something.
2.
Never watched any Star Wars movies. Me either. I've watched like one.
What did you just say?
Get out.
Yes, you have.
I watched the fourth.
Yes, you have. You live in America. You live in the United States of Americana. Okay. Isn't it 2 times 3, guys? Which is 6, right? Okay, now. Whoa. We always got to check. Does it simplify? Does the top simplify? What, 21 is 3 times 7. 3 and 7 don't reduce. That's it. That's my answer. That's my answer.
That's a fact.
Okay?
15 more minutes.
You just sit.
It's okay. We only have 15 minutes.
Listen. What are you saying, man?
I was saying how great of a teacher you are, and I don't want
Guys, look. This one's gonna kind of flip on us. We want to switch or simplify the top. Okay? Square root of 7 can't be reduced, but I don't want to go 7 times 80 and get square root of 560. That's a big. So let's mess with 80.
10 8. 10 and 8.
2 and 5.
Yeah. 4 and 2. Oh. 2 times 2 times 2.
So boom, 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 boom. I have 4 2s and a 5. So what would it be?
It's gonna be
4 radical 5? So what's the top simplified to?
8 radical 5.
I'm taking 4 out.
Huh?
There's a 2 here, right? This simplifies to what?
Okay.
What was out already?
8 radical 5. Radical 5?
Yes? Now what? Just made it easier, right, Bailey? What are we going to do now? Nice shot. We want to go square root of 7. Okay, we need to get rid of that. And square root of 7 and square root over square root of 7 is just a fancy way to write 1. So, I'm going to erase my work. I'll just write down here. What do I got?
8 radical 55.
8 radical 35 over. Guys, always check this. 7 and 8 simplify. No, this one doesn't. The square root of 35 simplify. 7 times 5 is 35. They're both prime numbers. It doesn't. That's my answer. What do you guys think? Easy peasy?
Something I noticed on the quiz, a lot of you guys, if you simplify the square root, so you got, wasn't this 4 radical 5? Wasn't radical 80 4 radical 5? You didn't multiply the 2 out there. Like you just wrote 4 radical 5, but it's times 2. That's why it's 8 radical 5. So just make sure you're writing that, you're combining those. All right?
Wait.
Yes.
Is the answer, what's the answer there? Is it the 8 radical 35?
Yes.
Over 7. Over radical 7?
No. Just 7.
7.
Plain old 7.
What do you guys think about F?
You could simplify 50.
First or just the 50?
Oh yeah.
I don't know about
Bottom one too.
Wait, no.
I think you can reduce
He's
it.
walking out.
Reduce it first?
Yeah.
Would you guys reduce this first or would you go right into it?
I reduced it.
Reduce that.
How would you reduce that?
25.
Matthew.
I would have done 5 times 10, and then divide the thing through 10, then 2 for
Hold on a second. Let me make sure we're on the same page.
or
That?
no, then times 5 for the 10 for top.
I don't think we're on the same page then. I'm not saying you're wrong. I thought you were doing something different.
Yeah, I was trying to do the.
I think he's taking 50
Yeah, I was doing 50 first.
and
So you're saying this is 5 and 10,
Yep. And for 10, it's 2
And the X.
5.
X is still there. And then this is 5 and 10, 5 and 2. Like that?
Yeah.
So what is the radical 50x simplifying to?
5 and radical square root 2. X.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
So that's our numerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then would you do the denominator separately?
Yeah.
Does radical 10 simplify? 5 and 2, no pairs. So we would just write over radical 10
Really?
We're multiplied by what?
Radical 10.
Over.
Radical 10.
Good. So 5 radical, what's that? 5 radical 20x, right? Over 10. The 5 and the 10 can reduce, can't they? Can the radical 20x? Yeah, so we can actually simplify again. So here we go. I'm going to take this guy. 4 and 5. 2 and 2. 2 radical 5x. Yes?
Yeah.
So it's 5 times 2 radical 5x over 10. What's 5 times 2? Over 10 is 1. What's our answer?
Radical 5x.
Radical 5x. All right, I thought you guys were going a different direction. Can I show you a
No, one direction.
my favorite band?
I believe
One
it.
direction.
Sing baby right now. Oh wait.
My
this-
favorite band.
That's the Beebs.
Sing.
Love Action Boys.
What is it? What is it?
Can I show you another direction to go?
Baby,
If you want to.
What if this simplifies first? Isn't radical 50 radical 10 times radical 5 x? Is that the same?
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Wait, what'd you just do?
Reduce the fraction.
Can you just do 50 by
You just wrote
It's radical 50 divided by radical 10, which, yes, you can divide the numbers inside.
If we did that like on a test or something, do we have to like show that?
Yeah.
Or can we just write like
Here's what I'm concerned that you would do. You would simplify 50 over 10 and say that's 5, but then you'd forget that the x is still in there. You know what I'm saying? Or you think that 5 is outside the square root. So what should we look for first? Well, did 80 and 7 simplify? No, that's why we didn't do it that way. Okay. Did 7 and 12 simplify? No, that's why we didn't do it that way. So it's not going to happen all the time, but if it does happen, it's nice. It's real nice.
It's a real nice.
What kind of homework do they have inside of this part?
Mr. Westfall, it's at the bottom of that worksheet.
Guess what, guys?
Also, finish
She
it.
wants
It's my joke.
her. She 1 month.
And they're doing all of them.
I would say
all of
it's
them.
only 9 problems. I'd say all of them.
This guy got a head start. 8 minutes.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
start.
You're funny.
Wait, how many more is this closer?
Huh?
Nah.
Wait, so we end on the 18th?
No, we have 8 school days left.
Oh my god.
3.5 weeks.
Am I because
We have weekends here.
Okay.